We have dug up some dream jobs over the years, and if you love Maine history, we have a doozy for you.
David Guilford recently came across an application that caught his eye, and it should be of interest to a lot of folks who can't get enough of Maine's beautiful coast and its history.
That's right, guys. So, the job is only a 4-month commitment, and the housing is free, but so is your labor. The only other catch, you have to live 2 miles out to sea. Take a boat out from Georgetown. Avoid the rocks. Panic a bit. Recover your gear. Pass some postcard-worthy sights. Greet the locals. And 2.5 miles out, you'll come to Seguin Island Light Station, a unique landmark even in the lighthouse state.
It's a pretty good view.
Yeah. Its perch atop Seguin Island makes it the highest lighthouse in Maine.
Once you get up here, you fall in love with it. You see how awesome it is and the historical significance.
Reed Armstrong is from Friends of Seguin Island Light.
Obviously that tower, this one is not the first one, it's the second one, and it was built in 1857. George Washington commissioned this place.
What makes it more amazing? This could be your home for the summer. Friends of Seguin is taking applications for a pair of people to volunteer to live in and care for the lighthouse from Memorial Day to Labor Day.
Are there any particular traits that stick out to you that is the right candidate for this?
Adventuresome, very interested in history, agile, they can do work around because they need to do work around the island periodically.
The keepers mow the grass, make whatever minor repairs they can, and crucially, they are the ambassadors of the island, and people do come. For now, there's no pier. You have to tie up and take a dinghy in, then hike up to the light. Still, Armstrong said, 2,000 people visit each year.
Mowing the lawn is a pretty easy thing. It's more that you have a passion for this kind of thing, for history, that you want to stay here. We're not going to have to bring you in after a month where you say, oh, I can't do this anymore.
The organization typically takes on couples who it hopes are compatible. Lisa and Peter Flanagan aren't a couple.
No, we're siblings.
Both are Portland natives who were up for adventure and just returned from their stay at Seguin in September.
There wasn't just uptime and low downtime, it was just time.
It was time travel. All these worldly concerns were not so important. It's more like, what are you going to make for dinner?
With endless reading time and playtime off leash with their dog Poe, Lisa and Peter lived 4 months out there without disowning each other.
You know, it's 64 acres. Yeah, we didn't resort to putting a piece of masking tape across the island and saying, you stay on that side.
But with a place this historic, there are bound to be rumors of unplanned guests during your stay.
Is this place haunted?
The claim is that it is. I've not yet met someone, talked to someone who says they have heard the ghost.
The story goes that a lighthouse keeper was stationed out there and he wanted to be there with his wife.
In 2020, our Amanda Hill sat down with the hosts of the paranormal show Haunt Me, who had just visited Seguin.
He ordered a piano for his wife, which came with one piece of sheet music.
And she played one song all the time. Supposedly, he killed her because it drove him crazy. Piano's not here. He's not here. But people claim that they hear a ghost and occasionally hear that song.
The Friends of Seguin's own website recounts stories of the murder, moved furniture, and distant children's laughter. But what say its most recent caretakers?
There was so much other stuff to talk about that was so much more interesting than the possibility of ghosts, which we never experienced. So
4 months living in the lighthouse without a wayward creak is a decent sign you won't be visited by a spirit. But maybe the house only haunts those it wants to haunt. Anyway, once a week, the keepers get a boat ride back to the mainland for groceries, laundry, and whatever else they need. You'd think it might be a welcome dose of civilization, but the Flanagans were happy to escape it all again.
You think you're going to miss these things, and you don't at all.
And so you too have the chance to leave the world behind. And when you return, you can tell your friends, I was a Maine lighthouse keeper. The Friends of Seguin plan to start interviewing applicants in January or February. We have a link to the application within our story on our website and app. And I should add, there is Wi-Fi in the lighthouse, but the obvious question is, would you spend 4 months on that rock?
Yes, I totally would, especially summer in Maine, out there, just kind of by yourself. And I mean, I'd obviously bring a Ouija board just in case, but.
There's a lot of fog in June. I think June might be challenging because I think on those gray days where you look out and just sort of are in the void there, that would be tough.
Yeah, that's a big void. I'd love it right up until like the third day, it's midnight, and I hear a creak that I shouldn't hear. And then I'm like, there's 4 more months of this.
All right, so I think we're agreed. When it's quiet, no creaks, and bluebird days, we're all in.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, David.